Hi there. In this lesson, again, we're going to look at adding and subtracting vector components, but we're also going to look at solving equations using vectors as well. So the first one here, we've got vectors R and S, and we're looking to do different things with these vectors. We're going to add R and S, we're going to do 2 times R, 3 times R plus 4 times S, and then 5 times R, take away 2 times S, all using components and not using drawings. So let's start with the first one, a nice basic easy one that you should have seen before. So if you're writing this out, just write it the same way as I've got it down here. So R plus S is 5, 3 plus 4 minus 2. So if you add the top 2 and then add the bottom 2, so you're going to get 9 and then 1. And that's you finished that one. So on to the next one, you're going to double R basically. So you write it like this, you put a 2 in front of the bracket, 5, 3. And when you're doing this, make sure you double the top one and double the bottom one. So that's going to give you 10, 6. On to the next one. So we're doing 3 lots of R plus 4 lots of S. Now the way to write this is put a 3 in front of R, which is 5, 3, plus, and then a 4 in front of 4 minus 2. And then do these bits individually before you add together. So do the multiplication first and then the add afterwards. So 3 times 5 is 15, 3 threes are 9, sorry. And then you add on 4 times 4, which is 16, and 4 times minus 2, which is minus 8. Now do your add to finish. 15 add 16 is 31, and make sure you do 9 plus minus 8, which is just 1. Adding a negative is just taking away. Okay, we're on to the last one here, which is 5R minus 2S. So that will be 5 times 5, 3. Take away 2 times, and just check what that is, 4 minus 2. Again, do the multiplication part first. So 5 5s are 25 and 5 3s are 15. Put your takeaway down and double both of these. So that will be 8 and then minus 4. So 25 take away 8, that's going to give you the 17 at the top. And then 15 take away negative 4. Be careful with that. That becomes 15 plus 4, which is 19. A lot of people do 15 take away 4 and get 11, get the wrong answer. Okay, we're now going to look at solving vector equations, but before we do that, just a wee quick reminder on how to solve straightforward equations before we go on to the vector equations, because it's very similar. So presented with this first example, x plus 4 equals 10, you're trying to work out the value of x here, and you can probably see it's 6. Now, the easiest way to do it is to take away the 4 from both sides, and you'll get x equals 6, and that's your answer. So when you see a plus here, you do a takeaway. When you've got a takeaway 2, you would add to both sides, and you would get x equals 13. A common mistake would be actually to take away the 2 from 11 and get 9, but you can see that 9 take away 2 doesn't make 11. So if you see a takeaway, you add. Multiple like this, 2x equals 10, well, you half them, so half both sides, and you'll get 5. If there's a 3 here, you'd divide by 3 and so on. Then we'll go on to some 2-step and 3-step equations. So we've got a plus here, so that's similar to this bit at the top. So you take away the 2 first, and you'll get 7x equals 14. Divide by 7 to finish, and you'll get x equals 2. And again, you can double check it. 7 times 2 is 14. Add 2 makes 16. It works. Okay, add the 3 because it's a takeaway, similar to this one above. Add the 3 to both sides. You'll get 6x equals 42. Divide by 6 to finish, and you'll get x equals 7. This last type, what we want to do is we want to try and get this to look like this because we know how to solve these types of equations. Now the strange bit about this is the 2x, that wasn't there before, so you take it away, but whatever you do to one side, you need to do to the other. And notice I've taken it away from the x's here, so we've got 3x, take away 2 equals 19, that's just the same as this. Add the 2 to both sides, and you'll get 3x is 21, divide by 3 to finish. So that was a wee reminder of how to do basic equation work. Now solving vector equations is very, very similar, so let's have a look at it. So we've got x plus 3, 4 equals 7, 9. Now before, when there was a plus, you took away, so we're going to take away the 3 from the 7 and take away the 4 from the 9. And that's going to give an answer of 4, 5. If you were to place the 4, 5 in here, you would see that 4 plus 3 makes 7, and the 5 plus 4 makes a 9. Okay, here we've got a takeaway, so what do we do with these? We add them, so we're going to do 2 plus 0, or 0 plus 2, and then we'll do negative 1 plus 7, that's going to give you 2, 6, and that's your answer. Okay, here we've got a multiple value of x, so 2x equals 8, negative 20. Before we halved them when we did this, the same idea, so 4 minus 10. Again, if it was a 3 here, you'd divide them both by 3. Right, let's look at a couple of harder ones to finish off. Wait, I'll get rid of that actually because the answer is there. Okay, let's look at this first one. So we've got a takeaway here. So what I'm going to do first is write 4x equals, and I'm going to add these two things to the other side. So I'm going to do 6 plus 2, which is 8, and I'm going to do 5 add negative 3, which will give me 12. Be careful there, because you could do 5 add 3 and get 18. Then, to finish off, divide both sides by 4, so you're going to get 2, 3. So that divided by 4 and that divided by 4. In this type of equation, what we did first, we took away the 3x from both x parts. So if you take away the 3x from here, you're left with negative 10, 19. If you take away the 3x from over here, you've got the 5x and you've still got the 5, 1. Now take away here, so what we do, we add these two things to over here. So you do negative 10 plus 5, which is negative 5, and then you get 19 plus 1, which is 20, and that's what 5x is equal to. Then to finish off, get 1x, divide them both by 5, so negative 1, and then 4, that was shown previously.